Hello, snowboarders of the internet. I'm your host, Avran LeFeber, and this is the boot breakdown of the Vans High Standard Pro, the big brother to the High Standard OG. So the point of this video is to go through all the tech features that this has, kind of break down who we'd recommend it for, and go over what you can expect in the upgrade to this boot over the regular High Standard. Once again, we couldn't have done this video without the help of our partner, Tactics Board Shop up in the Pacific Northwest. So if you're shopping online, make sure you check out tactics.com. And if you're in Seattle to Portland area, swing into their store. There's a lot of history with those guys, and they're very knowledgeable. The big thing to note when you go from the OG High Standard to the Pro version of it is that it gets more premium materials, it's got a higher end liner, it's got a higher end sole to it, and it's just got a few different options on it that allow you to kind of tweak the customization of it. It's kind of nice that way. It's like a logical progression. So for $100 more, you bump up in this boot. It really does differentiate itself from its OG predecessor. Around the toe, you got more of just a welded seam or a more durable toe on this, so it's going to be a little more rugged. You still have a triple stitch seam on the side, so if you really crank your toe strap over, you may dig into that. And then the laces are kind of recessed into that area in the middle. This should actually help protect them. If you really rest your edge back, you don't have to worry about hacking them up too early. The back spine is a multi-piece design. It's going to be a little bit more rigid. Basically, you're getting a higher flex with this, so it's going to be a little bit stiffer. And you get this booster strap on the shell as well, which you can remove this if you want to, but basically this is just going to help not have as much forward flexion from the calf if you need it. And you'll notice that this is still a boot that it just has a ton of give to it. The sole of this is the V2 waffle with the all-track rubber compound. It's just going to be a little bit more durable in it. It still sits kind of low profile, like down. These are by no means a low profile boot. They're kind of chonky. It's got a good tread pattern. This should grip. You also get a little bit more foam, a little bit more dampness underfoot, so when you're coming down, it does have a lot of give though that I noticed, like under the forefoot. So, you know, if you do land a little toe heavy, you might feel it in there. If you're hiking around on rocks or anything, you're going to feel that as well. This is a good standard traditional lace boot. Nothing crazy there, no bells, no whistles. You kind of get what you see with it. And you do have two cleats on the side for this, so this means you're not tying it up as tight. That's where the booster strap actually comes in, and you can remove that. So if you want a little bit more flex around the top of your calf or your shin, you can just remove that entirely. Or if you want it a little more rigid, you can actually crank that over in there. It's nice to know that you got some customization in the lacing option. And like I said, this is just very standard. Those cleats, while you can pull them in, they're not locking, so they will stay tight, but I would recommend that you crisscross each time and tighten those just a little bit more just to keep those laces tighter. And if you're having problems with these staying tight, switch to some hockey laces. I think that will solve your problems. Inside the shell, you've got Vans Heat Retention 360, so that's just going to help refract that heat back to you. You just not allow it to escape, trying to keep your feet a little bit warmer. You also have just your standard run-of-the-mill drawstring internal harness. It's sewn into the shell, so it gives it a tighter fit around that liner. It doesn't come up as high as other boots in the same category, so this will have a little bit more give around the calf, which makes sense with the design of this boot because of that power strap that's on there as well. Hey, do you remember to give this video a thumbs up? It's right there, right down there. You should do that. You'd be a lot cooler if you did. And while you're down there, why don't you go over here, click subscribe, then click the bell and get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the programming we've got coming out for you. And believe me, we've got a ton of programming for you. With the liner, you get Vans V2 Ultra Cush with smart wool. So this has a smart wool lining. It's a merino wool that's just going to help wick moisture away, keep you a little bit warmer. I do believe that Smart Wool makes some great socks, and their wool is solid, their base layers are solid, so it's good to see this added to a boot. This will help some people that get cold feet in there. You also get Velcro. When we open this up, you can see that you got this deep heel pocket down here in the blue with this big ass J-bar. Now with the stock insole, this might not sit properly to your foot, so you're gonna get pressure points. You may need to be elevated a little bit higher to sit in there better. And if that doesn't fix it and heat molding doesn't fix it, you actually have to slice the liner and pull the foam out. I've had to do this for a few people over the years just to get it in there. It's a little too aggressive. So if anyone from Vans is watching this, you should reach out to me because I'd love to talk to you about how to fix your liners because they need some work in my opinion. Overall, you know, just expect this to break down more than you think. You really want to aggressively size down if you can with it. And then around the instep and the toe, you've got this checkerboard pattern. This is a neoprene. This is going to allow the boot to have a lot more give to it. So for those of you with platypus feet, you know, they just kind of go like this. That's going to help with that. The foam in the liner, while it is stiffer than the V1, it packs out a lot. It does have a lot of give to it as well. So make sure you get a really snug fit in there. And I know a lot of people that have this liner and they say downsize because by the time it packs out, you're going to gain a lot of room. There's a lot more give at the top. So those of you that have cankles, don't worry about it. That's going to do it. You also get the X cage on the outside. So this is like that butterfly C-bar wrap in there. It's going to help with heel hold. With the stock insole on the High Standard Pro, you get the V2 pop cush. So you do get some posting and some shaping to it. This is a little bit more of a rigid plastic in there. This helps keep its shape. It gives you a little bit more arch support rather than the foam just fully compressing on it. You do get 2 layers of foam in there, so it is gonna dampen a little bit better. In my opinion, the V2 and the V3 are the best footbeds from Vans. The V1 is just kind of extra foam. Like it's more of a thought than what a lot of companies are doing, but it's not enough. This is a little bit more just with that posting in there and that shaping. So for those of you that are lucky enough to pull a boot off the shelf, put it on with no extra work, this will fit you. If you're someone that rides 10 days a year, this will also help you. I wouldn't necessarily recommend right off the bat that you've got to replace this like I do with other boots in the same category. This is actually better than them, which is nice to see. They actually didn't make it an afterthought comparatively. Is it the best footbed out there? No. Is it better than what a lot of companies are using stock? Hell yes, it is. Remember, the best boot is the one that fits your foot and fits your needs. Make sure you are sized properly and you're in the boot that fits your needs. If you're a stiff, hard, aggressive, free ride guy, you don't need a soft ass boot usually unless it's your personal preference. Personal preference is kind of important. And once you do get sized, buy your boots at your local shop. I recommend Tactics if you're up in the Northwest, but if you are shopping online, you can always go to tactics.com. And if you aren't shopping from Tactics, make sure whatever shop you do buy your boots from has a good return policy because you're probably not going to buy the ones that fit you properly. So if we're going to measure the cuff height on this without the liner, it comes in just under 10 and a quarter on the heel, and on the toe it's about 10 and a half on the side. It's just about 10-ish, maybe a little bit over. So if we measure this with the liner in there, it's just below 11 at the back. On the tongue, it's just over 10, and on the side at the lowest point in the cutout, just over 10. These are a size 9, and when I measure the liner at the forefoot starting at the 1 inch mark, it comes out to just shy of 5, so that's almost 4 inches wide at the forefoot. This neoprene will bulge a little bit, and the foam does have a lot of give in this, so these are a little bit more on the wider side. So who is this boot for? This is definitely for someone that's a little more freestyle focused, maybe a solid intermediate. They need a boot that's a little beefier than the High Standard OG, but they're not sure if they want to go to bow or not. They'd like lace. It's something like that. They're going to have a slightly wider heel in just the actual width of it, but they might have some bone protrusions or something. They just want it to lock it down. It's going to be a little wider in the forefoot, and it's not the stiffest boot out there. Like what we're doing over here? Want to support us further? Swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. Okay, so hopefully we broke down the Vans High Standard Pro for you, and this might be the boot for you. It might not be the boot for you, and in which case, if it isn't the boot for you, why don't you go watch one of our other boot breakdowns?